Welcome, it's Victor and Matt from the 110 Sports Podcast, back for another video blog. And on this one, we wanted to discuss the craziness going on with the NFL free agency. Because of the NFL lockout, the last week has been pretty crazy. Everyone's jockeying for position. Victor, what do you take away from the last week?
Well, I think the two that really surprised everyone was Albert Haynesworth and Chad Ochocinco both going to New England. But I think it's a good trade. And the reason I say that is because both players think they can play at an elite level. I think they're going to produce. They know that New England's a business-like place. They're under the watchful eye of Bill Belichick. I think they'll keep their mouth shut. They'll play hard. And I think it will work out similar to the way it did with Randy Moss.
The other interesting move on the West Coast is Arizona picks up quarterback Kevin Kolb from Philadelphia. They paid a pretty good price to get him. But and a guy that's really not proven, it's kind of questionable in a sense, but because the NFC West is so weak and there's really no quarterbacks in that division right now, it probably looks like it'll work out, and hopefully the Cardinals will be back in playoff contention this year.
Yeah, and the one move that also surprised me was Reggie Bush going to Miami. I thought he would have been better off situated with like a Peyton Manning, where they have plenty of weapons and you can use Bush as a decoy like the Saints did. You go to the Miami where they run the Wildcat majority of the time. You can stick him out in the slot, you can stick him out in the wide receiver. If the ball's getting snapped to Ricky Williams, he's not throwing it.
And then what do you think about Nnamdi Asomugha, this guy from the Oakland Raiders? I didn't even know this guy until about a week ago, but now he's the biggest free agent out there. I don't understand it.
I don't know. I like the name, though.
Nnamdi Asomugha. I think that's why people like to talk about it. Nnamdi Asomugha. Nnamdi Asomugha. I mean, if you're on the Raiders team, if you can buckle your chin strap, you're a pretty good player. So I don't know if we know how good this kid is, but the Eagles sure do believe in him. And Andy Reid, he is pretty much a genius. Yeah. So I'll take his word that the kid can play.
That's a big get for them.
So the craziness continues on the NFL free agent market. We'll continue to discuss it. And we are back on Wednesday with a brand new podcast with a pretty exciting guest. Former Texas Tech head coach Mike Leach will join us. He was fired a couple years ago amidst a bunch of controversy. He's going to delve into all that and pretty much clear his name. So we'll do that tomorrow on the 110 Sports Podcast. We'll see you then.